Hi everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I am super excited. I have a Q&A video for you. It is in celebration of me reaching 500 subscribers. Never did I think anybody would really care about me doing nails, let alone 500 people. So I am extremely thankful, and I wanted to do something that I don't normally do. I don't normally love talking to the camera. I normally don't love having my face on camera. I just don't think I'm a camera worthy person, but I do want to step outside my box and answer some questions now these are collective questions that I've gotten from viewers in the past, questions I get from generally just people if I tell them I do nails, or just questions that I've gotten from clients throughout the years. So we will jump right into it. I hope you learn a little bit about me and this answers any of your questions. If you have any other questions for me, I am totally open to making another video like this. So just leave a question down below if something in this video doesn't answer your question or you have a different question for me. So with that, let's get started. All right, we are going to get started with the first question. I tried to do this once already, but there were people leaf blowing, I think, outside my window. They moved a little further down, so I'm sorry if you can still hear them, but we're gonna do the best we can. So the first question that I get asked all the time from people on YouTube, from people just in life, is, are you a licensed nail technician? No, I'm not a licensed nail technician. I am YouTube taught. I have learned pretty much everything from YouTube, which is why I kind of wanted to get on and share the knowledge, because a lot of times you don't see people who are completely YouTube taught on YouTube, and there are a lot of, there's a lot of actual nail technician, which I think that completely has its place. Like, Susie from Nail Career Education taught me almost everything I know. I've picked up odd little, tidbits from other YouTubers here and there, but I've watched Susie for years. So I'm not licensed. I do practice on people, which they are who I call my clients. That I don't get, I don't charge anything because that is illegal where I am. You have to be licensed in the US to do nails legally. But I make it clear I am practicing. Usually it's friends, or a friend of a friend, not just doing strangers, or people that I have some sort of acquaintance with, family. Those are who I normally call my clients. They do give me a little bit of money usually for just as a donation to my time and product. It's not a lot. So I just want to make that very clear. I'm not operating any illegal nail ring or anything. I'm just practicing, and really the only way to get better at doing nails, a trainer hand is one thing, but you have to experience touching a person's nail, because that product is going to set differently. That product is going to act differently. Sometimes you have more cuticle, less cuticle. You get more of a variety of nail types to work on, not just a practice hand. So I think it's very important to practice on people. I would practice on a trainer hand first and then practice on yourself. That's what I would do. But no, I am not licensed. I do hope to be licensed in the future. Right now, I'm a senior in college. I've mentioned that before. So I'm a senior at a Big Ten university in Pennsylvania, and I will graduate in May. It is March right now. I will graduate in May with honors with a degree in early childhood and elementary education. So I'm going to be an elementary school teacher. I'm currently doing my student teaching in a first grade classroom. I'm having a great time. So this just goes to show that you can do two things. You can be passionate about two things. I'm passionate about teaching. I love teaching. I love being in the classroom. But I'm also very passionate about nails. So I hopefully, I want to sub a little bit before I get a teaching job. And if I am able to sub enough to get enough money that I can go to nail school and take a little break from subbing, or go like during the summer, that would be awesome. Or night school or something. That's the ideal. So I can get licensed. So that's the ultimate plan. But as of right now, no, I am not licensed. Okay. So the second question I get a lot from people is, how long have you been doing nails? So I've obviously not been doing nails as long as some people, but I have been doing nails for about, I want to say it's coming up on 4 years now. I started doing acrylic nails like dedicated, like I got a light, and I got a light, I got an e-file for my birthday, my senior year of high school. So I did start doing them my senior year of high school. My birthday is next month, so I put it at about 4 years, coming up on 4 years now. I obviously was not very good when I started. I actually remember I had tried acrylics once my junior year of high school. I was going to Disney and Universal in Florida, like right around Thanksgiving, and I remember I had a harvest dance or some sort of like school dance to go to the night before we left, and I did it was like that Kiss acrylic kit you can get at Walmart. I did that and I just did French tips, like the white French tips, clear powder, and so I had the dance on a Tuesday. We left to go to Pittsburgh and stay on a Wednesday. We left Thanksgiving to go down to Florida, and we left, I believe it was like Saturday or Sunday afternoon, from Universal to go to Disney. My nails didn't last me to Disney. I remember they literally just like fell off. Probably because I didn't prep my nail, and the kit at that time didn't come with like primer or anything. So there was probably a lot of reasons why they didn't stay. But I remember having them on for Universal, waking up in the hotel room one night and being like, wow, why do I have 3 nails gone? Like, they fell off in my sleep. And like, my nails weren't damaged, they were just gone. So then I didn't do acrylics for a while, and I was also a cheerleader in high school, and I couldn't have like nails of any kind on. I couldn't even have like nail polish or gel polish on, because my coach, we all had to look the same and stuff. So then when I was done with cheerleading as a senior, I finished in like March or April. That's when I started kind of really getting into acrylic nails. So yes, 4 years. I had done gel, like with the at-home like Sensation Nail from Walmart, like gel polishes, so like stuff from Sally's. I had done gel polish for a while, and really at that point I probably was doing my grandmother's gel polish nails. She used to go to the salon to get them done, but then I asked her if I could try it, and I would do her toes, and so then I started doing her gel nails, and it just kind of stuck. So 4 years of acrylic, and I haven't looked back. All right, so the third question that I get a lot is, why did you start doing nails? This kind of like piggybacks off the last question that I answered, or my answer to the last question. I kind of I had always been interested in doing my nails. I remember getting them done with my grandmother when I was like little, and I remember getting acrylic nails when I was like a child. Like, I'm pretty sure I got acrylic nails when I was in 1st grade. Pretty sure. Definitely in 4th grade, because I know one of them fell off, and it was like harder than gel. And I would get like little stamps, and that was the day like before the clear stampers, where the stampers were like really hard. I remember getting a cupcake nail once. I remember getting a beach ball like gel. So I had always kind of like gotten my nails done. I would go with my grandmother to the salon, and I liked the process. I really liked the smell of monomer. Oddly enough, some people hate it. I liked it. It relaxed me because I was, going to get my nails done. It reminded me of a time with my grandmother. So I really liked being pampered and all that stuff. And then I started painting my nails a lot when I was like 6th, 7th, 8th grade with just nail polish. And I remember I'd always want to change them. I'd always want them to be perfect. And my mom would be like, "You're gonna smell those fumes and it's gonna damage your brain or something." I think she just didn't want me to do them. But then when I started doing cheerleading, I couldn't have nails, as I mentioned. So then I kind of got started doing my own nails because I liked the fact that I had control of when I could do them and take them off. To me, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to pay for somebody to do my nails, $30 for gels, like just gel manicure, gel polish, and I have to take them off a week later. I might as well spend the $30 on the kit at Walmart and do my own, and I can take them off when I need to and do them again when I need to. So that was kind of what it started as. I also think that I like making things from nothing. I'm a creative person, I think, as it is. So I think that aided in my interest in doing nails. I also acrylic nails were always a little bit of a taboo thing for me. My mom hated them because she thought they were tacky and just, I don't know, she kind of stereotyped them a little bit. And she would always say, "Ugh, they're so ugly, they're so fake." And so that kind of made me want them more. I was never able to grow out my nails super long, so I liked the idea of being able to lengthen your nails and having that strength, and you have so many more design options. So I really did like that. So that's why I started doing acrylic nails and why I started doing nails in general. All right, this is a big one that I have had a lot of people ask me, and it is, when did you feel comfortable doing other people's nails? So I did it wrong. I'm not going to lie. I did my nails before I was really comfortable doing them on like a training hand, and I did damage my nails pretty bad. But I needed to feel that pressure. I needed to feel what it felt like in order to be comfortable doing someone else's nails. I don't like hurting people, so the thing that I struggled the most with, I think at first, was the e-file. I was very e-file shy for a very long time because I think it's partially because the e-file I had wasn't very good and the bits that I had weren't great. So I felt like I had to put a ton of pressure on the nail to like file it. And of course, when you start, your nails aren't great. So, you have to file a lot. And so I was filing down a lot of bulk and I was constantly burning myself. My poor friend Caitlin, God bless her soul, she still lets me do her nails. I don't know why. After that first time, I burned her with the e-file all the time. I was pressing so hard. I didn't damage her nails, luckily, but like, it was not good. But I needed that reception. I needed that, like, her to tell me, like, "Hey, that burns. Hey, that's hot." Like, and I did her nails for prom my senior year. So I really hadn't been doing acrylics for that long. And they were atrocious. I tell her all the time, I'm like, "Kate, I don't know how you ever let me do that." I tried to sculpt a French manicure on her. First set of acrylics I'd ever done on another person. I tried a sculpted French because I was real confident in myself. I also didn't have a cover pink, so I used like a translucent pink for the nail bed. Then I could see her natural nail. I was also sculpting them with a form, so that was bad enough, and the forms were terrible. They were those gold forms that are awful. And they were so thick. It was just so bad. And she always said, "I loved them though, I loved them." She was so supportive. And then the next time she came to me, I did better, and she was like, "Wow, you didn't burn me with the e-file that time." That was probably a good, I I want to say that was probably almost a year and a half later that she came to me to get it, because our schedules don't always line up. And then I did them for her birthday this year, and she was like, oh my God, you like improved so much from, you know, a year and a half ago or whatever it was. So every time I've done her nails, they've slowly like gotten better. Like, you wouldn't even believe the set. I told her I wanted her to find the picture of the first ones that I did on her because they were so ugly. I don't think she has it anymore, which is a bummer, and I think it's on my old phone. I definitely should try to charge my old phone and see if I can find it, because I will definitely share them with you guys to show that my nails were not always not always good. But that wasn't being confident. So I want to say it probably took me, honestly, probably within the last year to be really, really confident, like to the point where somebody will contact me and be like, hey, can you do my nails? And I'll be like, hey, yeah, sure, like, what do you want? And I don't like stress about it. And really that just comes from practice. That's the best advice I can give, is practice. But there's another question down the list about that. So probably about 3 years to feel completely comfortable, to feel pretty comfortable where I'm not like burning people all the time. I would say probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years after I started doing acrylics. I actually had this question from my roommate whose nails I do. And she asked me this the one time I did her nails, and I was like, I don't know. I had to think about it. So, what is my favorite part of doing nails? She asked me what my favorite part of doing nails was and what my least favorite part of doing nails was. So, my favorite part of doing nails is I love the application process of acrylic. I just love molding it into what it's going to be. I love the application part, and now that I've gotten good at it, I love it even more. I also love stamping. That's like a really specific part. I like some topical designs. I do like gel polish, but sometimes it kind of annoys me because it runs or it doesn't necessarily act the way I want it to. But I do enjoy like stamping. I enjoy chrome. I don't love stones, so that's... Yeah, so I would say my favorite parts of doing nails are acrylic application, not so much gel. I just don't like love gel as much as I love acrylic. Acrylic application, stamping, and I love chrome. So those are like my favorite techniques, I guess. I do like colored acrylic, but sometimes it can kind of be, I get impatient and it can take me a long time, so I don't always love that. And what is my least favorite part of doing nails? Filing. I hate filing. I hate hand filing. I hate e-filing. I hate finish filing. And I hate removing like nails, especially acrylic designs, because it takes so long. I just don't like filing. Since I have gotten my Kiara Sky e-file, I like filing a little bit more now, because it makes it easier on me, but I don't like filing because for me that's probably what I spend a lot of my time doing. I do spend a lot of time on application, but like specifically I'm thinking with like all acrylic designs, I do spend a lot of time filing, whether that is removing the old set or filing the new set. I just don't love filing. Some people, like I know Susie loves filing from Nail Career Education. She loves sculpting the nail with file, and that's like one of her favorite parts of nails. No. Props to her. Wish I could love filing. I don't love filing. So the next question I get a lot is, how many clients do you have? Now, as I said, I don't charge because I'm not legally able to charge. I call them clients because I feel like it helps me establish a professional relationship with them, and that is one of the hardest parts about being a DIYer, or I feel like even techs who work from home sometimes have felt this, where you're almost not taken quite as seriously, even though I live in an area where good nails are hard to come by. Most of the nails are at they're what I would call chop shops, but, you know, where they do them really thin, they might not use legal products, or even the professionals, like in salons, like actual salons, they just don't do nails super well. Like, they're very in and out, and they want to get people out in an hour, which is fine, but, you know, their nails aren't shaped well, they're wide, they're not, you know, they don't apply gel polish well. Like, you can just tell that they're not the best. So I do come from an area where that is very much the case. So I do have a lot of clients who come from dissatisfied other techs, or who come from, they weren't satisfied with their tech, which is fine. And that's not, and sometimes it's easier for them to get in with me or establish a routine with me than it is for a nail tech who's very busy. So I would say I have my most regular client, because I have some people who will come to me like when they're here, like they're students or something. So they'll come to me when they're in town for school, and then not so much any other time. Or like if they're home, they'll cave in, they'll get a set at home, which is fine. Like, I don't get upset about that. But my most regular clients are my grandmother is my OG regular client. I love her. And as you know, I film her a lot for my YouTube channel. My mom is a pretty regular client. She's very picky, though. She's my pickiest client. She's my most difficult client. I have my old drama director. Well, she's not old, but like my former drama director and her daughter are probably some of my most loyal clients that aren't family. I started doing their nails in quarantine, and I did it for their birthdays. They're very close together, so I gave them some birthday nails, and they just kept coming back since last May. And I really do look forward to seeing them every time. It's great to catch up. They're my monthly people. They come to me once a month. I have my friend Ashley, who I have done on a video once before. She usually gets pretty short nails. She's my 3-weeker. My roommate, Seishan, I've done hers for YouTube before. She's usually 3 to 4 weeks, depending if she really wants to change a design. Normally 4 weeks is what she waits. I do have a friend, Dakota, that I'm going to be filming her nails. I'm doing them tomorrow night, so that video will likely be up before this one, so I'll link it somewhere. She's just a gel polish 2-weeker. I want to say that those are it in terms of my most regular clients. Like I said, I do have those ones that come like every now and then, or just whenever they have kind of a special occasion or something like that. So 7, I guess. And then I probably have about 5 more that kind of are scattered and kind of come to me whenever. So I would say I usually hold between 12 and 15 at any given time. So I would be willing to build more, and I think I will build more once I move home permanently. I'm kind of in a weird limbo right now where I'm at my apartment at school and I go home sometimes. I do ask that people come over here, so I get how it's inconvenient. Like, my old drama director and her daughter come over here from my hometown. It's about a half an hour, and once a month, and they get their nails done. So I'll be a little bit more accessible to them once I'm back. And like, she always gets people asking her who does her nails, but they're high school kids and they don't always have transportation to where I am. So I feel like I will be able to get more consistent people once I move back home, because there's a greater demand for nails where I am, back in my hometown. Okay, this is a question that's sort of related to one that I addressed earlier. How can you gain more confidence in your work with nails? I love this saying. Actually, Susie had posted it, but I used it in my classroom a lot. In my first grade classroom. Practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. Stop setting yourself up for perfection because it's unattainable. If you want it to be, and I am a perfectionist. I am a self-acclaimed perfectionist. It's just who I am. I get really upset if my nail is too thick, or like, oh, this shape isn't perfect, or, the cuticle could have been better, or, whatever. But I think social media especially has ruined us with the fact that we see like photoshopped nails or Instagram nails that are just absolutely perfect in our eyes. But we think that that's the norm, and it's not. There's a difference between like salon nails or nails on the cover of a magazine that are getting photographed really sharp with sharp lenses, and just salon nails. Like, it's not always going to be perfect, and I think that's really important to remember. So I've been doing that with myself lately. Practice makes progress. I kind of repeat that little mantra to myself, because I will strive for perfection and get upset when I don't achieve it, but I'm putting an unrealistic expectation on myself. And my students do the same. I actually just had a kid, we were doing a lesson, and he said, you can master the skill. And I said, yep, practice makes progress. And he said, no, perfect. And I said, no, it makes progress. Because what is perfect? And perfect is different to everybody. Progress is generally, you're just improving. If you continually try to improve, you're going to get more confident. But you also kind of have to stand behind your work, and don't listen to the people that are like, it's terrible. My best bet, or my best piece of advice for you, would be to make friends in the nail community. I didn't have many friends in the nail community, still don't, but I do, I consider Susie a friend, and if I really had a question, like, I would ask her, and I have asked her questions about her products. I've asked her questions about other products, or just about like nails in general, if I don't know, because I know she knows more than I do, and she'll answer my question. So find somebody that you can, and she'll give me constructive criticism. She's done it before. She's said like, hey, I loved your video on YouTube, but like, hey, maybe try to like make your beads with the odorless acrylic just a little bit drier. You might be able to like get them better, and like really just let it self-level into the cuticle itself. It's gonna work more for you. And she gave great constructive criticism. I didn't feel like she was bashing me at all. So find somebody like that who can give you honest but constructive criticism, and run with that. And that's going to make both of you better. So I would suggest finding a nail buddy if you can. I don't have people like around here that really like nails, so I'm kind of on my own. But that is how I would insist on, or not insist, that's how I would suggest you get more confidence, is practice, 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 practice on yourself, practice on other people who will let you, practice on your practice hand, and get somebody else to critique your work. Somebody that you trust, somebody that isn't just going to slander it, because that's not constructive criticism and it's not helpful for a learner. So and always seek out more information. Education doesn't stop. You should never stop educating yourself. YouTube videos are great for that. People are making content, available to you to learn from. Young Nails is great for nail content. Nail Career Education is good. Nao Nails is good. Sarah's Nail Secrets is one of my favorites. Talia's Nail Tales is great. I'm trying to think of other ones. Those are the big ones I can think of right now. But there are lots, my channel, there's lots of great information out there. And you don't have to leave your couch. You don't have to get out of bed. You can just educate yourself on YouTube. So I highly recommend that. The next last question I have is about time. I did mention this in another video. I've mentioned this in a few. People ask me, how fast can you do a set? Well, that's lucrative. That's a lucrative phrase, because it's going to really depend. Since I don't do nails day in and day out, If I haven't done nails for like at all that week, I'm gonna take a little bit longer because I'm kind of getting into the groove of things. If I was doing nails every day, I'd be faster. Generally, I can do a set, like a fill with a lot of art in 2 hours, typically. Like a lot of topical art. I would say a short-ish or medium length set that is an all acrylic design, I can pretty sustainably do in 2.5 hours. 3 hours encapsulated design on medium length or short length nails. Longer nails take me a lot longer, 4 hours sometimes. Seishan's my roommate's, her nails are longer in my book, and she wants encapsulated designs and she wants art on top. It takes about 4 hours for me. But, like I said, it kind of depends on what she wants. It could be 3 if she wants something a little more simple. But if I'm just doing like a fill with gel polish, like an acrylic fill with gel polish or a gel fill with gel polish, I would say about an hour and a half to an hour 45 is probably what it would take me. I'm always continuously working on my time. That's much better than it taking me 3 hours to do everything. So I am getting better. I've cut down my time by about half for fills in the past little while. And it's one of those things where you just have to keep doing it. I don't worry about time. I do let people know, like, hey, I take longer to do things. Normally they don't care. They know to book out a certain amount of time. I've had some people get kind of impatient, but I just try to explain to them, hey, I'm doing this so because I'm a perfectionist, because I want your nails to look great and I don't want them to look like, you know, the salon you went to previously, like they looked like when you went to them and you were unhappy with them. I want to do something that you and I are both happy with. So, and a lot of people come to me for a lot of art. That's, I think, the draw that I have for people is I can do nail art that other people don't offer around here. So that's gonna take time. Don't worry so much about your time. Now, if you're taking like 6 hours and you've been doing this for like years, you might want to take a look, like really laser focus in on like, okay, where is most of my time spent, and see how you can cut time in those specific areas. Time yourself if you have to. So yeah, that's a little bit about my time. The final question that I have for you guys is, what do you like to do other than nails? I feel like a lot of people only see the nails part of me, since that's what that's my main content on this channel. But like I said, I'm a student teacher, but I would count myself as a teacher. My expectations are the same as a teacher. So I do teach elementary school. I love that. I am also a very avid crafter. I love Cricut, and I have a Cricut machine. I do a lot with that. I do a lot with it in my classroom. I like to make t-shirts. I love to make Minnie Mouse ears. I'm going to Disney in May, so after I graduate. So I made these gorgeous things. Look how cute. Yeah, I stoned the ears completely myself. So, yeah, that's a crafting thing I like to do. I like to sew. I'm a pretty in-home person. I like to like chill at home, and I like to do things here. I like to cross stitch. I really like things where I make stuff. My favorite sport is wrestling, not WWE. Like high school wrestling, college wrestling, Olympic wrestling. I like that kind of stuff. My brother, as I mentioned, is a wrestler, so I follow the Penn State men's wrestling team. I go to their matches, and when I was able to go, I go to their away matches. So I do like wrestling. That's probably my favorite sport. I do like football too. I don't know, what else do I like to do? Disney is a really driving force in my life. I love all things Disney more than people probably should. There's like 2 things I watch on YouTube. I watch nails and I watch Disney vlogs. That's like it. Obviously I like doing nails. I feel like that's about it in terms of, I don't really have time for anything else. But really just making stuff, that's a big interest of mine. So I hope you learned a little bit about me in this video. I hope I answered the questions that you might have about me. If you have any more, like I said, just throw them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 500 subscribers. Let's try to get to 1,000. I think that's reasonable because I have some things that I've been planning with some people, or I've been in talks, and I feel like if I get enough of a subscriber base, it would make more sense to do those things. So I'm excited to see where this takes me. I can't believe I've almost been on YouTube for a year. I hope all of you guys are safe and well, taking care of yourselves. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.